Hi, happy Samhain 2012. I just got back from my Coven's ritual and I feel completely rejuvenated, which is good because for the last few weeks I've been very sick. And I thought since I'm feeling so rejuvenated and everything's going so well, I was going to go through and finally do some videos that I've been meaning to do for a while, a couple of weeks actually. But first I want to show you something really cute. One of my friends handed me this tonight. It's basic little hourglass, but they gave it to me because it has a spider on it, which is my totem. I absolutely adore spiders. And this I made myself from a broken bottle actually. It's just a regular taper with magic potion. Those are my little knickknacks to show you. But the purpose of this video, a few weeks ago, there was a big storm that came through where I live, and it was a big storm. We had tornadoes and everything, and it was actually one of our first big storms of the year. Sorry, cell phone. And I thought that would be a perfect chance to tell people about energy and how it moves through the world and how it affects the world, and especially people of the craft. You're going to be very in tune with the Earth's energy, and it's going to be something that you're going to be very sensitive of. And I thought, especially for beginners, it would be very good for them to basically learn about what energy is and how it affects our world. Like I said, the storm came through. Storms for me are a powerful time. I love them. If I can ever catch them and I'm at a good time, what I love most about them is that I collect storm water because lightning helps infuse the water with more energy. You know, you have the lightning passing through the clouds, the rain's passing through the lightning and all that stuff. So storm water for me is very, very powerful element I use. I collect it. I'm a water element, so any type of magical water is very... I love it, basically. It's also a good time, I think, to collect cleansing water. Like I said, because it passes through an electric charge in the clouds where the lightning is produced, it energizes it. So, to me, you know, storm water is it's powerful. It can be used as a cleansing water, a purifying water. Basically what I use it for is as a cleansing water, just as itself naturally. I store it in green bottles, specifically like green wine bottles, and I put black dye in it so that no negativity can get in and all its energy can stay contained within it. So that's a neat trick I've used over the years. I also use this black water to energize new gemstones I might buy, or runes that I might make. I specifically use it to charge my athame. This is my athame. I specifically use my black water to energize it whenever I need it in a ritual. But another thing I wanted to tell you about is storms, and a lot of people look at storms as a negative thing. They look at it as, oh, it does damage and it's bad on the economy. But my thing to say to people like that is, think about it. Civilizations have existed for thousands of years. The Earth has been here for even longer than that. Storms and the Earth's natural processes existed long before our civilizations did. And what people really need to understand is that these cycles of Earth, storms, tornadoes, volcanoes, earthquakes, all this, they're the Earth's way of naturally creating a balance within itself. You need these things in order for Earth to maintain a balance that is correct for life. If Earth didn't have these storms or these floods and earthquakes, basically it wouldn't be able to carry on this symbiotic relationship with itself, which allows us to be able to nurture ourselves from it. I think that's a very good lesson for anybody learning craft, and really anybody, you know, instead of being so negative towards the earth about how it does its own thing, you know, appreciate it, see the beauty out of it, you know. After storms come rainbows and sunshine. The day after this big storm a few weeks ago, you know, it was a perfect day. It was the right amount of wind. It was clear blue skies. It was a beautiful day. And I think if more people stop and try to appreciate that, then they wouldn't be so critical of the earth for what it does in order for it to maintain itself. The meditation I really have for people is to stop. Next time you see a storm in your area, or any kind of what could be considered a natural process, stop and watch it, observe it, see how the trees don't try to fight against the wind like human-built houses do. See how they move with it. Also see how, you know, after the storm or through the wind, the leaves and dead sticks and stuff fall out of trees, which offer it room for new growth. You know, the lesson is, or a meditation you can do is imagine the storm blowing away all your old and bad things that you want out of your life. And imagine it taking the chance in the moment to bring in something new, you know. To me, that's what storms are. And for anyone learning the craft, I just think that the Earth's weather patterns, just learning the Earth, attuning yourself to its energy, is one of the greatest things you can do. And the main way to do this is to observe Earth, you know, watch her, see how she does her own functions, and at the same time, you know, spend time with her, attune yourself to her. Even if you live in a big city like London or New York or things like this, and you don't have a lot of nature around you, bring nature to you. It's very simple. I do it where I live, even though I live out in the country. But, you know, I'm originally from the city, so I've learned to bring Earth to me. For instance, I guess I can show you a few things. Let's see. Behind this window, it's night, but right here is a bonsai tree, which I've nurtured for a couple of years now. Let me bring it out into the light. See, it's a basic bonsai tree, and it's a real tree. They grow very slowly. I love this thing. I love trees. And this is one way I've brought nature into the room with me. This is what I was kind of telling you about, a dark glass bottle to collect black water in. Another thing is, especially for water people, fish. I adore fish. And I think it's just really good to have something like this, some kind of animal, you know, whether it's your totem animal or just an animal period. I think it's very good to have them somewhere close to you, because, you know, they're so much closer to Earth's energies than we ourselves as humans are, and I love observing them, animals period. I even have this little critter here is Autumn, my kitty cat. You know, not gardenia. I used to know the name of this, but basically, that's kind of the gist of what I'm trying to say right now is, you know, tune yourself to Earth's energy. Because if you're in the craft and you're learning the craft, that's the first thing you need to do in order to really become attuned to just all the things that the craft can open up to you, is if you know Earth's energy. So remember, you know, magic begins with energy, and this energy comes from Earth. You know, this energy is the spark of the divine that is in every human being. And storms are a form of this raw energy in itself. You know, so that's a meditation to do for beginners or people who've been studying the craft for years. Take a moment and attune yourself to Earth. you will never grow in the craft until you've attuned yourself to her, so much so that, you know, you can almost have a full-blown conversation with each other. So, basically, I even wrote down a practice. Observe the mood of people, or you can take one person to begin with, and connect yourself to their energy, and see how it affects you. See how their mood is affecting your mood, and learn to, you know, block them out, and at the same time, learn to take your own emotions. Say you're calm and you're around someone who's aggressive or very distraught. Take your calmness and project it to them. It's very difficult to learn. It doesn't come just naturally, but it's a great way to basically learn how to manipulate and channel energy. I wrote down that's a good practice if you've ever practiced in a coven, and you must draw energy from the earth or from yourself or from someone else in order to channel more energy into a certain spot, basically where a ritual is done. We do that in my ritual. We take energy from each other and kind of as a circle. We start with one person, and energy dissipates all the way around until it reaches our high priestess, and our high priestess will channel it into the center of the circle where we put spirit's element, and it infuses our ritual more. Energy channeling is a big thing in magic. It's the essence of all magic. And like I said, meditation is going to help you learn how to do this, so learn to meditate. I know I'm kind of jittery right now, but, you know, Samhain rituals always enliven me. It's the brand new year for the pagans, you know, almost like everyone's celebration on December 31st, you know, into January 1st, you know. I don't necessarily get excited for that new year. This is the new year for me. It's Samhain. It's the pagan new year. And we're entering the dark half of the year in a time of contemplation, and to me it's just, this is the best time of the year. I am the winter girl, you know, the winter water girl. So, like I said, it's 2012, it's Samhain night. Happy Samhain to all, and I hope you can really learn how to channel Earth's energy and, you know, just, intune yourself to her, because once you do, there's nothing else that's going to be better than intuning yourself to the Earth and her energy and learning to use it and working with her. That is the ultimate. That's magic in itself right there. There's no higher thing right there. It's almost like being into the divine regions, which humans can never attain. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So, like I said, happy Samhain.